Hello, gist lovers, and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, the channel where we bring you the hottest and the most talked about happenings in Nigeria. Today, we've got a clip that is setting the internet on fire. Presidential hopeful Peter Obi was recently put on the spot during a live session on the X app, and the question he was asked was designed to be a political trap. It touches on loyalty, ambition, and the very sensitive issue of zoning and power rotation in Nigeria. This wasn't just a simple question, it was a test of his entire political brand. Mr. Peter Obi facing a tough hypothetical scenario. Now, before we break down his masterclass of an answer, I want you to listen to the question and his full response very carefully. Sit back and take a watch.
Asked a question. He said, Dear Peter Obi, assuming the agreement in the coalition is for you to serve one term and hand over to the North, would you be ready to return to power later or take this arrangement? I'm sorry if this is off the deep end, but this is from the comment section. Balatic. Assuming the agreement in the coalition is for you to serve one term and hand over to the North, would you be ready to return power later? Please, sir, you can just answer this, and then on the back end, we'll get back to you.
I'll be very quick. What I've been lacking in our political space is issue to do with character and integrity. Character is what defines a human being. Integrity is what goes to show that is, it means well. If you take the arrangement, which is understandably what you can call an unwritten agreement, is that a power will go soft and not. And if that arrangement is to be followed strictly, I didn't put that arrangement, but if you follow it strictly, you will see that anybody, not just me, who happen to come from the South as president in 2027 must be ready to leave on the 28th, not 29th of May 2031. I didn't say 29, 28. And if you know me, I campaigned for zoning. I champion zoning in Anambra State. That is one of the reasons today some people felt we must deal with this man. I insisted on it, I maintained it, and I followed it to the letter till the last minute. Until today, I still follow it religiously in that state. Let me assure you, my character and integrity is far more important to me. Just like I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria, if I have opportunity and the agreement is for 2 years, I'll vote for 2 years. In 2 years, I will be able to bring competency, capacity, and compassion into governance. The things are happening today that as president, it will not happen under my watch. So you can take that to the bank and say, I told you so.
Thank you very much.
I will be there on 29th of May. 28th.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're supposed to start being. And that happened in Anambra State.
Thank you very much, sir. My second.
Wow, just wow. Did you catch that? The question was a loaded one. If you had a coalition deal to be president for only one time and hand over to the North, would you do it? A simple yes would make him look weak and desperate for power. A simple no would make him look like a deal breaker who can't be trusted in a coalition. It was a lose-lose question. But Peter Obi didn't play their game. Instead of answering the hypothetical, he did something brilliant. He reframed the entire conversation. He didn't talk about the deal, he talked about the one thing that has been his biggest selling point: character and integrity. He said, and I quote, "What has been lacking in our political space is an issue to do with character and integrity." He made it about his principle, not his ambition. And then he grounded that principle in the real world example. He brought up his time as governor of Anambra State and the issue of zoning. He basically said, "Look at my track record. I fought for and respected an unwritten zoning agreement in my own state, even when it was difficult. That's who I am." He was using his past actions as proof of his current integrity. The most powerful line for me was when he said, "My character and integrity is far more important to me than the president of Nigeria." That is the core message. He is telling Nigerians that his word is his bond, and he would rather honor an agreement than clinging to power. Now, you can imagine the comment section exploded. People had a lot to say about this. We've picked 5 comments that really captured the different reactions. First, we have a user named Chukwudi L_LP_fan who said, "This is the Peter we know. He values his name and integrity more than power. A true leader. This is why we follow him. He can never be trapped by cheap political questions." The next, Aisha Smart Talks, gave a more analytical take. She wrote, "Brilliant response. He avoided the trap and used it as an opportunity to reinforce his brand. He answered a much bigger question about trust, which is the real issue in Nigerian politics." Of course, not everyone was convinced. A user named Dennis T3 was very direct, saying, "He's a bloody liar. All politicians say the same thing. Talk is cheap." Then there's realist_bio who questioned the promise. He commented, "It's easy to talk about integrity. Let him win first, then we'll see. Many have made these promises on their way to Aso Rock and changed. The seat of power is a different ball game." And finally, a user named Funke_INQ or whatever raises a valid point, asking, "So if he supports zoning, why did he run in 2023 when many believe it was the son of the Southeast?" Anyway, I'm a bit confused by the logic, even though I admire his composure. So there you have it, a political masterclass or just clever talk. A man of integrity or another politician playing the game. Peter Obi turned a potential landmine into a viral moment that has his supporters fired up and his critics doubling down. But I want to know what you think. Was his response genuine? Do you believe he would stick to an agreement even if meant giving up power after one time? Drop your own analysis in the comments below. That's all the gist we have for now. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and ring that notification bell so you would be the first to know when we drop another hot topic. Until next time, stay informed and keep talking.